Hello and welcome to another episode of Nerd BS. I'm Alan and we have Chris and Kyle here. It is the 11th episode of season 4. So thanks for joining us. And how's it going, everybody? Now that we've got that out of the way, apparently.
Good. We're just here to bring you the 411. You get it? The information for episode 4.
I thought of that joke when I started, but that was good. I'm glad you set it up.
Okay, good. All right. Excellent. Yes.
Awesome.
Good. We are, and I say we, me specifically, 6 days from summer. 6 big old honking days. Till summer.
Yeah.
And but the only thing that honking, just you're earning them. You already know. You're in this. You worked in the education. You earned those days. You earned those days in blood, blood and tears. It is a battleground. Those last 6 days, that last 10, that single-digit days hurt like aggressively. I don't know why. I don't know why the world does it. And then where we live, it gets aggressively hot for no reason. Like it feels personal in every way. It just feels personal. So 6 more days, and we're good. 6 more days, and we are fantastic. Other than that, just getting through it. Loving it though. Kids are great.
Nice.
It's great. But just that natural last couple of days, it really is painful.
Yeah. Yep. I remember, I think at least one of the last days I was there, I accidentally put on my gardening pants that just have a giant rip on the backside. I was just like, I didn't even think about it. I just put on the wrong pair of jeans. And a student, luckily a good student, came up to me and said, Mr. Sattler, you have a giant hole in the back of your pants. And I was like, oh no. And I just went, like, I tried to clothespin it up, and I was like, well, I can't just sit on clothespins all day. That's insane. So yeah, I just bought some school sweatpants, the biggest size they had, and I just wore those for the day. I was like, what are you gonna do, fire me? Like second to last day.
I mean, you don't work there anymore, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, there's a reason. Yeah.
Well, you kind of don't work there anymore. Not related incidents.
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah. Well, who's to say? No, we don't need to get into the details of all that. But
semantic.
Yeah. I do. I remember those days. But over here in the other valley of heat, we got a little turf war going on at my house. Well, in the neighborhood, actually. Yeah. A pack of stray cats have started to take over the cul-de-sac. And you think I'm kidding, but they've been around for a couple of months now, and they've decided to start clawing up outdoor furniture and pooping in people's yards and clawing up trees. And here's the latest: they pee on our front door. They're starting to mark their territory, and we got to fight back. The only thing is, it's you can't just kill cats in the state of California. So,
Excuse me, what?
Animal control.
Cats are an invasive species, and in Australia they have a bounty for them. You can get paid for cats.
I'm ready for that bounty.
So,
I'm gonna be set for a couple of years.
A Duke on the lawn, sure, whatever. But peeing on my door, game over.
Mm-hmm.
Game over, fam.
You thought I was kidding.
Duke on the lawn, I'm like, all right, like I get you, but you peeing on my door, that is personal. That is a personal attack on me and my home. I'm coming after you aggressively.
Well, and here's the kicker. I can see over all the fences in the neighborhood, so periodically I just glance over,
sir,
and say hi to the neighbors.
Careful. Yeah.
Say hi. I hear them. I say hi. Like on Home Improvement. And so
Wilson.
Yeah, Wilson. One of the neighbors.
He's always looking over the fence, but continue.
Right. Yeah. Now that we think about it,
you're just trying to be friendly, really.
Really?
All the time.
Whenever Jill's around. Well, one of the neighbors has a bag, just a literal bag of cat food, just in the backyard.
Oh no!
The enabler. Yeah. There's always one.
Yeah. So
the enabler. There's always one.
And then the other neighbor confronted him about it, and he said, "Well, I don't even like the cats." And we're like, "Well, what are you doing? What? Stop feeding them then, please, for the love." Because we called, and they said you can't just kill them. You can like capture them and bring them in, but I'm not doing all that.
Oh yeah, it's not fun.
That's just so much. There's a lot. There's at least like 7-8 cats that have been counted.
Nah, brother, take them out.
And they're not they're not fixed. So yeah,
No.
the urinating on the door happened today. Just that's the latest update.
You
so.
find one and you urinate on it.
There you
Your
go. Show
dominant
dominance.
Well, you had to pee on your own door. You got to remark your door. That's the only human thing you
yeah.
do. Your neighbor just waving at your neighbor. Oh, hey, neighbor. What are you doing?
figured it
War
out.
has begun.
I figured it out, guys.
Just pee on your door. That's funny. Well, hopefully the cat that peed on your door is the alpha, and your house gets protection. Like you
There
get
you
no
go.
more rodents, no more,
It's the
no
cat
more
boss.
like no more birds. You know, bugs are gone. Like maybe.
I'm not even against like 1, maybe 2, cul-de-sac cats that are spayed or neutered that keep the rodents away. But you got a horde of them. Like I'm playing Gears of War now on horde mode. Like get them out. So that's the real life situation we got going on. I don't know what we're gonna do. We were told if you stop feeding them, they'll move on.
Correct.
So we just gotta hope the neighbor. He said he would stop, so we just gotta hope he does.
Does the neighbor even have cats? Like, is there any reason for them to have cat food? Do they buy cat food specifically for this purpose? That's my question.
I'm pretty sure they saw them and they're older couple, retired, and I think they wanted the cats around. At least that's kind of my perspective. I don't know. And they don't speak like English 100%. It's very broken. I don't think the wife speaks it at all. And so it's just communicating is very difficult. So anyways, the war has begun. Tally ho. I'll let you know how, because I'll give you updates next time.
I'm invested.
Just leave.
But first thing first, you must pee on your door. You gotta remark your land.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
In the
Say
cover
less.
of the night. In the cover of the night.
Yeah, nobody has Ring doorbells nowadays either, so
Of course,
no one will know.
Never. They won't even
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, we snitch on each other so much, it's ridiculous.
That is kind of weird that your neighbors are watching you through your Ring doorbell. Their Ring doorbell.
These rings are creepy. I won't lie. I don't have one yet. I mean, I'm in the middle of nowhere, so it's a lot different. But I know I go to my in-laws' house all the time, and you see that stupid blue light pop up whenever I swing by their house, and I know that they're just watching me. I don't like this at all.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
just dropping off
Just
your
hear
mail
breathing.
like you asked me to. Okay, bye now.
You got the mic on. I hear you breathing. The microphone's on.
Just slide it under the door.
Yeah. It's the world we live in. It's like
Your
what was
world,
the Batman
not
movie?
we. Your world. Be careful. So I'm taking cats
Yeah?
out. There's no way. There's no
okay.
way. I am taking those suckers out.
I mean,
Yeah,
who's
who's gonna
who's
know,
doing
right?
an autopsy, right? Yeah, you just take it
Yeah,
out,
what?
you run it over with your car. I hit a cat. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, dude, I backed up. Like, dude, you were going 20. Yeah, I pressed down on the gas aggressively.
If there wasn't kids in the neighborhood, that would have been done.
You
by
got
now,
some
but
tight roads too in that little cul-de-sac, so I could see
it's
it being an
terrible.
issue.
It's terrible. Yeah, you got to take out a trash can if you want to get the cat with it. No, like guaranteed.
Sounds worth it to me.
Yeah, I'll keep you guys posted on that one.
Or do the
It's a tough
the
life,
Dr.
though.
Doodle. Get out of here! Get! Start yelling at him. Get from around here!
We we make the kids do that. They love it. They go out there and
chase
just
them around?
scream at them. Yeah, yeah, they love it.
Oh boy.
Oh, buy a tranquilizer dart. Just trank them.
There you go. Trank
See,
them,
now I'm investing.
then drive
Trank
over
'em.
them.
Well, trank and relocate. No, don't make it someone else's problem. Trank and bury them alive. Let 'em wake
Oh
up.
my god.
I thought mine was pretty cruel, but
What? What, man?
I mean, it takes care of the problem.
I make that's very peeing on my door is very personal. Like that
It is.
that was an act
Yeah.
of aggression toward you and your family
I agree.
by a feline. So I think tranquilizing it, digging a hole, and then putting it in there, and whenever the sedatives wear off, I think that's fair. I believe that is fair.
Are
Just
are you a
hear me
cat
out.
person or
I love all animals. Just not when they
Okay.
disrespect me. I'm
Yeah.
the apex species. So if you're gonna pee on my door, I'm gonna make an example of your family. You feel me? Like it's just gonna.
Tony Soprano style? Yeah.
I want the other cats to hear him meowing underground, and I want them to go
Oh my
looking.
god.
I want them to go looking. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You said
Horrifying.
I know which one it is.
I think at least we're
it.
pulling into a dark place here. We're pulling into a dark place, which is good.
At least. Yes. Oh, it's good, is it?
It's good. Well, we're
I'm
gonna be
glad
go to Last of Us next, right? That's a dark place. We're gonna get to the dark
Yeah, we
place.
spent a good almost 11 minutes on cat talk, cat turf wars. So
Yeah, I love
Quality-
cats. but
quality
I
podcast.
have not had cats invading my personal space like that, so I'm not. There's boundaries. There's boundaries to be had. So I agree.
Yep. All right, well, I mean, if we're gonna talk about dark evil cats,
Yeah.
Last of Us fits right in.
Apparently, I'm the only one who finished it. Sounds like everybody ended on the episode before the last,
You-
which I
yeah,
get.
You were behind. You were behind last time, and now
Yeah, I fell
You
off
didn't.
because of Andor, and now it sounds like you're falling into that same problem. It's
yeah, I
a really
started
good
that
show.
This is great. This is fun. I'm having fun. I watched 3 in a row. I watched 3 episodes of Andor as soon as I put it on.
Ooh, I don't
Yeah,
think
was like,
I.
oh, this
did
is
that.
great.
I think I
The
watched
double block
2, the
Last
last
of
2
Us.
together, but yeah. Yeah, The Last of
has
Us.
been a grind.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
I watched one of the episodes through my eyelids. I didn't go back to watch it and confirm what I saw.
Get
so.
it? Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. But
What?
the last episode was good.
Yeah,
Was the
that
last
birthday
one
episode
good?
was good. Yeah,
It's
Really good.
sentimental.
felt great. But I think it's because we got Pedro back. I think Pedro really holds the show, like more than I thought about it. But he's
Saying it.
yeah, you have been. But yeah, it's just we got him back for that episode, and you missed him. Like you
I
really, yeah.
I saw the picture on which, by the way, did you know they're bringing HBO back to the name, the app?
Oh my god, I didn't even know if we were gonna. I didn't even think about that. I forgot about that. Yeah, that
What
it's
is
a
it?
crazy
Side note.
controversy. They're bringing it back to HBO Max. It's HBO Max, right? That's what they're moving back to.
They're gonna bring it back to HBO Max. Right now, it's just Max.
Just Max. Yeah.
They got rights to
Yeah.
the 3 extra letters. I heard. Yeah, I heard about that. There was a crazy lawsuit.
Wait, what?
What?
No, man.
Okay, all right. I was like, wait a minute. I didn't hear about this one.
I'm trying to make it matter. It does. What does it matter? I was
It
just trying to make
doesn't.
it matter. Yeah, I was trying to make
I mean,
it matter.
It was just it was a
It was a stupid decision for them to switch to Max because
Agreed.
HBO is like
Agreed.
a freaking household name. Everybody knows what HBO is. There's no reason why. It's like switching Twitter to X. It's like, why? You already
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
household name. Why are we changing it? People know what it is. Anyways, it's stupid. The company's stupid. That's not the point, though. Last of Us is also not great either. I don't know if I call it stupid, but yeah. I stepped. The last episode did not make me feel very good. I will say that. I did not enjoy it very much. It wasn't. Yeah, it was okay. there's a whole sequence. I know you guys haven't watched yet, but there's a whole sequence that feels completely out of place and a waste of time. And I like after it happened, I looked over at my wife and I was like, why did that happen? I feel like we just wasted 10 minutes of our time. Like, what was the whole purpose of this? Because we deviated for like 10 minutes and then we're right back where we were. So what was the purpose? And
it sounds like that's a lot of what they're doing.
Yeah. Just, I don't know. And they definitely are doing what you were talking about because of what the game does. They are definitely doing that. They lead into it. But, like, why do we care? I guess, I don't know. Is that the issue with the game too, Kyle? Because, like, I don't care about Abby. I guess it'll force me to care about her, but...
Yeah.
Oh, Kyle's gone? Either way, that's what I was saying. Is I don't care. I don't care about the character. Oh, he's quiet. I believe he's back. Gets back soon, but I don't care about the character.
Yeah.
So why would I come back for season 3 if I know Pedro's gonna be gone? I know Ellie, who honestly has not been holding this season up very well, is gonna be gone. So we're gonna be following characters we don't know about. Basically, starting at season 1, if that feels right. It's like a new show almost. We're following a whole new character. So what's the purpose of going back for season?
Oh, they're doing.
So I just
doing
can't.
That split thing.
Yeah, they got to be.
Yeah, they are.
It's just frustrating because I'm like, there's no point. There's no point. I don't. I actually actively don't know if I want to go back, watch it. So. It kind of does open my eyes a little bit to the game because I know the second game, it's like you either love it or hate. There's some pretty passionate people on either side on loving it or hating it, and then there's middle, which I think Kyle said he was more in the middle. Like he likes it, but it's definitely not as good as the first one. And I'm starting to see if this is anything like that. I can understand why people don't like it as much. I don't know if you have anything you want to talk about this show, Chris, or wait for Kyle to get back.
Oh man, it feels like, what was the show I was watching back in the day? It feels like Lost. You put so much time into it. You just kind of like, I'm gonna finish it. That's it. Like, don't ask me for an opinion. Don't ask me how I feel. I need to see it, to say I've seen it, and be done with it. I'm with you. If that's what we're doing, I don't know if season 3 will hold my attention. I just don't know if it'll do it.
Well, I think that's what I heard is like the first season started off, I think they were sitting around 5 million, and then it actually increased about 8 million towards the end of the season per episode. This one started off around 5 million. I think it's down to like 3 towards the end. It decreased heavily. So, are we even gonna get a third season? They got hype.
I think they do it. Yeah, and it's not like they don't have money to make it happen, and you kind of see it come to fruition for whatever reason. But I was with Kyle when they could have taken some other creative liberties with the game, because the game itself told the story beautifully, so you didn't really have to rehash it the same way. It could have been a big opportunity for them to utilize some of the storyline that they cut from the game, because the game was beautiful. You don't have to the game wasn't missing anything. They did very, very well. That's why they won Game of the Year freaking in all these different awards. Like, they did what they had to do with that story. They could have utilized this opportunity to change it up a little bit, and it sounds like they have, but it's like, that's the storyline you scrapped, or how you scrapped it. Like, you should have left that one alone. Like, you could have really left that what if moment alone, because why are we here with it? And it sounds like that's what's happening with the show, is that, like Kyle said, like they're following the show, but they're also deviating a little bit. It sounds like something they had in like the overall like script, and they're like, no, let's pull that out and let's put this here and let's go that way. And now they're like, oh, we decided to go left during the game, let's try right and see how that goes. And it's like, yeah, there's a reason why you pulled that from the original like concept. Like, that is not good. Like, not good at all. And that's what, to me, that's what it sounds like is happening. Is that they're using some of the leftover stuff that they probably pulled from the game, the final product, or someone had a crazy idea. They're like, nah, let's not do that. Let's stick with where we're at. And now they're trying to utilize that in the show, and it's just not panning out for them.
Yeah, that's probably pretty close to what I've seen is happening with it. Like, we've talked about it a few times. They've changed things from the game and taken stuff out and went different directions with the game. But the game had a very mixed, right? Like you loved it or hated it reception. Last of Us Part 2 especially. Right, the first one's pretty well received. A lot of people loved it more so than not. But number 2 was like, man, what did you why did you do that to Joel? And then Alan, you mentioned earlier, do I need to care about Abby? And that was another big criticism of the game people, was that, yeah, I don't care about Abby. Why do I have to play as Abby? Like, what? Like, why? Who is this? She just killed Joel. I don't want it. Why? Yeah, and so like now they haven't really done anything in the show to like bridge that, right? Like all the criticisms from people that played the game, none of that was taken into account for this, right? Those ideas or whatever, like why not use those instead of what had happened? And like, just if you're gonna mix up or change things, why not just mess with the timeline? We talked about this earlier. Save the the killing of Joel towards the end, so that the story builds and like all that new information you're talking about and that in the birthday episode, that can come later on. You get a lot of Pedro because him and Ellie together, him and the actress together, they work well together, right? They play off. They have the father-daughter chemistry. But yeah, like they didn't mature her in the show. She's supposed to be 5 years older than she was in season 1, and fueled with rage. Like she's like supposed to be going to kill Abby, but there's so many jokes in the show that are just,
he's like, too much
not
fun.
Just different. Yeah, like not just different from the game, just like off-putting. Like what are we doing? Do you want to do this or not? Like what what do you want? And it's just weird. I think they should have saved the zombie or clicker invasion on the town for like the last episode. What a great season finale that would have been.
That would have been a good one, yeah.
To just have that, right? Like, and be like, oh my gosh, like what's the aftermath going to be of that? And yeah, and it's weird what they're trying to hold together, but but they changed so much. It's like, why even try now? Just do whatever you want to do now and make it good, like, though.
I was talking to my wife about it, and yeah, and it would have been a lot better, and if they would have just sandwiched with Abby instead of focusing all on Ellie. If we would have got like an episode of Abby, an episode of Ellie, to like start introducing her, that would have been nice, because now we're going to season 3, a totally different character we don't know about. Like I was saying earlier, I think I said that it's basically starting over from scratch at this point, because none of the characters we're following or know about are going to be involved at all anymore. So why do I care about season 3?
Got the feeling that all the people that play the game got.
Yeah,
like that's what we all like. Wait, I just did all of Ellie's. What? No. All right, and I kind of like you were saying, Chris. I was listening, even though my mic. I don't know what happened, but like I'm gonna finish the game, right? That's how I remember playing it, and ultimately I enjoyed it because you do go back as Ellie. I don't know if they'll do that in the show. Like, who knows? It's anybody's guess at this point, but I just want to know what happened. Like, I'm in it, so I want to finish it, but I did not want to play as Abby in the game, and I never really cared like her opinion. It was like, your story's sad, but I don't really care.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, what do you?
So I don't know. I don't know if I want to spoil it. Can I do spoilers of the game?
I don't care. Go for it.
It's been out for 20 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so at the end of the game, the final boss is Abby, and you're basically fighting the ocean, and right at the last second, you're drowning her, right? Because Abby has been tortured and she lost all her muscle mass, so she's no longer the brick house that she was earlier in the game. So you're drowning her, and she has a flashback. Ellie has a flashback, and it says, and sees Joel and goes, I don't want to continue the violence. I don't want to continue the cycle. Well, I read somewhere, and there's no source here, but people tested the game, and they originally said they thought people, they gave you the option if you could kill Abby or not, and everybody killed her, and they thought that some people would choose to not to kill her because you got to stop the cycle of violence. Nope, everyone killed her, and but they took that out. You don't have the choice anymore, so you let her go, so that they can make a sequel. But
wait,
I don't even know if that's what they'll do.
That's hilarious.
What?
I didn't know that. That's wow. So the
I heard
canonical ending is she lives, and they're doing
Yes.
it. They basically forced that ending because no matter what, everybody that played the game would kill the character.
Yeah.
And so
An
they have like a
overwhelming amount of
KOTOR
people,
type thing where you have to have, or Baldur's Gate or whatever, where you have the canonical ending, and then you have like the fan ending, whatever it is, like if you made a different choice. But they're like, no, we don't want that, so we're just gonna force the issue. Like, oh my goodness. Okay, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
I mean, yeah, and the thing is too, that all happens, and Dina leaves anyways because Ellie wanted revenge. So even though you don't kill Abby, you go back home, and Dina's gone with the kid. So
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
What?
But
so that's
Hold
like
on.
the ending.
how long?
on.
Yeah, because she just found out she was pregnant. She's got a couple months, right?
Oh my god.
So well, in the game progresses like months and months and months.
Oh, okay,
Like, you
'cause
go
this-
through.
Yeah, it's felt like it's been
Yeah,
like
you go
2
through a lot.
weeks. That's in the show at most.
And
but
this is how crazy this game was. Is that they're like, it's a good year, like of obviously not
Figure it out.
gameplay, but
Yeah.
So
The
yeah,
time
they're like
skips, I'm
to
assuming.
actually find her, and that's the
Yeah.
thing that they haven't gotten in the shows. Like they have no GPS, they've never been here. There's zombies everywhere. Can you do an episode of them exploring just a little bit, for the love of like? Why are they getting there in 5 minutes in a montage? Come on, this is not.
So, am I hearing this correctly? Abby kills Joel. You go
Right.
after Abby.
Mhm.
Your girlfriend thing person gets pregnant. You go together. You find Abby. I'm gonna let her go. Girlfriend pregnant person goes home. You come back home. Girlfriend pregnant person gone. So you no longer get revenge or your family.
So she loses everything.
so-
yeah.
So you both decide to go home together because
Yeah.
because I think Abby beats her like midway through the game, or Abby gets away. So you both go home, and she licks her wounds, and then Tommy comes back, and Tommy goes, "Hey, I think I know where she's at." Like months later, after the kid is born and everything. And Tommy goes, "Hey, I'm gonna go," and that's the thing they changed from the game. Is in the game, Tommy went first. Like Tommy was gone as soon as they killed Joel. He was like, "I'm getting revenge right now," and didn't talk to anybody. And so Ellie's actually chasing Tommy and following up his aftermath. That's why she's able to track them, because she can kind of see where Tommy has been and hears that kind, like sees the damage he's done. And so in the game, Tommy comes to her and basically gives her the ultimatum, like, do you want to continue this revenge quest? Because I'm going to, and I could use your help, basically. Because Tommy, they're in it to, basically together in the game.
Yeah.
And so,
That
yeah,
sounds
yeah,
a lot
and so
better.
they're-
Like what you're saying sounds like a lot better.
yeah, it was a lot more interesting, that's for sure, and made more sense, right? Like, kind of fit the character. Like, you killed my brother, yeah, I want to kill you right away, And
And
they
not
did
just
something-
his brother that did a lot to protect him as they were growing up. Like
Right.
you really did a lot between
Exactly.
protecting him from their abusive dad and everything. So it wasn't just like he was my brother. Like this person raised me, took care of me, kept me, you know. So she goes.
So
She
yeah.
loses to Abby, has to come back home and say, "Yo, my bad. I didn't get her. Like, this sucks." Like,
Yeah.
no, it's no big
Yeah.
deal. Let's, spend the next couple of months kind of just. We're gonna move on. We're gonna. It
Yeah,
is
be
what
a
it is.
family.
Let's move on. And Uncle comes over, knocks on the door, and said, "Hey, I got some whispers in the wind that we found her location again. Let's go get her."
Yeah. Yep.
She
yep.
goes, "Saddle up. Let's go get this mother."
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
okay.
She struggles with it for a little bit, but
Well, I
yeah,
mean, I understand the struggle. Like, I understand
but
that. But
obviously
ultimately, yeah,
there's
it's
no
like,
game.
yeah, let's
There's no
ride.
game without it. Yeah.
Autobots, roll out. So she takes off again.
and then it takes a wild turn. Like you don't go to Seattle. You track her to a whole different area, and yeah, it's like a whole different game there, and that's the ending area.
Well,
And,
you said ocean scene, so I'm guessing you're in California or you're on the East Coast. You're going to be two coastal places. So
yeah, I forget exactly where it was, but yeah,
and then
yeah, because Abby, yeah,
you beat the
there's a whole
brakes off
thing.
of her, and you go, you know what? I don't want it no
Yeah.
more. I don't want this.
Yeah, but it was too late. The damage was done, and her family.
So you remember when I
You know.
told you that when a cat pees on your door, you pee on that door?
Yeah,
Or you
It's too
tranquilize
late. It's already
it,
too
and
late.
or you tranquilize it, or you bury it alive.
oh yeah. That
So
did fit into the Last of Us here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you don't just let the cats survive. You don't just let bygones be gone. Bygones. You know what? Like it's fine. Like this is okay. You've been destroying my stuff. You destroyed my
Yeah.
life.
Well,
I'm just gonna-
so
Ugh.
that's what happens to Abby. She and the what's the scar, the scars.
Oh
Is
yeah,
the
yeah.
Scar kid in the last episode? There's a kid that's a Scar. The game that you like
There's a
develop a
kid,
relationship
and it's like there's this. This is the seed that made no sense to me, and that's what I was saying is that she. So, do you guys care? I mean, you guys gonna watch it,
with.
but
No, please.
whatever.
It's
All
one of
right,
those
so
things I'm watching it
basically
no
they
matter what,
do
yeah.
the split off. Like Ellie takes off and goes like, well, she finds out she's at the whale wheel or whatever, which takes her to an aquarium.
Right.
Where she sees in the distance. And so not Tommy, the other guy, he takes off and he's
Jesse.
like, Jesse, he says, I'm gonna go, to the other girl, and we're gonna leave. We're gonna find
Right.
Tommy, I think is
The
what he says.
pregnant
We're gonna
one.
find Tommy.
Yeah.
But Ellie knows where she is now, Abby is, so she goes and takes off after Abby. The rain starts, and she goes out into the
Yep.
ocean, and she
Oh, yeah.
starts taking off towards the aquarium. But then she like capsizes and lands on an island, and you see the scars there, and there's like a kid, and they like pull her in there, and they're like gonna lynch her, and all of a sudden there's like explosions in the distance. She just takes off back to the water and goes right back to the same point where she's just going over the ocean to the aquarium. So it's like this just middle part that makes no sense. And I
Yeah.
guess that's
Like,
where you
what-
see
what was the
the
purpose of
scar.
that?
Yeah, what was the point of that? We're just
Yeah.
going to the thing. Like you just wasted our time. It felt like this does nothing. This means nothing to me right now. I guess the only
I
thing
mean, yeah,
I don't know. Anyways, so there was a kid there. Is all I was getting at.
Huh.
She sees a kid on a beach, which I'm guessing is who
Yeah,
it's
that's-
supposed to be referencing.
that's probably what it is. So that later on they don't have to retcon that in. They just retcon it in now. Like,
Oh, guys,
yeah,
don't
remember
forget.
that
Don't forget.
kid?
Oh yeah. Crap.
Yeah,
That's how we make it
the
work.
thing. You're gonna have to rewatch this season once the next one comes out, just to get you're gonna have to do a refresher because there's no way
Yeah.
you're gonna remember all this stuff.
It's 2 years, right? Is what they're talking about.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, why are we not on a yearly basis with this? If you're trying to, they're trying to push for 4 seasons. They're trying, but
No.
we'll see.
It doesn't need it.
Where's my Fallout?
Well,
Give
at
me
the
my
pace
Fallout.
they're going,
They could have done another
Yes,
season
Fallout was good.
if they would have sandwiched it, so we could actually see, and if they would have paced themselves.
cared
When
a
you were
little bit.
explaining,
Yeah.
and you were explaining like the story from the game, and that sounded much more paced out. This felt rushed. They rushed to Seattle.
It does. Yeah, it's
Like-
weird. It's rushed, but it's also just like maybe it's just missing stuff because it's also going at it. Like I don't know. Maybe it's going at rocket speed, and I just don't care anymore.
I can't.
But it
I-
seems like it's crawling along. So,
I
anyways,
almost want to play the
just a
game though,
pretty
just
fun-
to see like what you're saying.
So-
But go ahead. Yeah.
Abby befriends that Scar kid, and they travel the world because she regrets the revenge. She regrets killing Joel, or
Oh,
maybe
God.
regrets it.
No.
And they get captured and tortured, and then Ellie basically saves them and finds them. Yeah, but then immediately tries to kill Abby, and then goes, "Oh wait, I saw a flashback of Joel. I don't want to kill her." So
Which
it's
is
like a biker
kind,
game too.
which is
that
kind
finds
of
them.
funny, like when
playtest
you say
group?
that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I was gonna say-
it's very weird. Like I do like that game, but I definitely have my criticisms of it. Right, it's not a great game.
yeah, it's not as good as the
Fun
first
to
one.
play. It's definitely fun to play, and like, I guess apparently you can like stealth around, and you don't have to kill anybody. Like you could just sneak around the whole game and choose not to kill people, but like that's the best part of it. Like, how am I going to kill all these wolves? You know, the wolf, whatever clan that they are. And you pace. It's almost like Hitman, where you're like, okay, I know where that one is, and you die, right? Okay, now I know where the next one is, and I'm gonna put this pipe bomb over here, da 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 da. But obviously you can't. I mean, I guess you could do that in the show, and that would be awesome. But that does sound awesome. Now that I say it, if you had a whole scene of Ellie and or Abby just blowing crap up and choking people out, like, yeah, let's do that.
It's done.
No,
Okay.
no,
so
we're not gonna
it's-
do that. Okay.
It sounded like the end of the game was similar to what I was saying. So is there an aquarium and everything at the end of the game? They
There's
just
a
moved that
few. I
aquarium
go to the aquarium a
to-
lot with Abby. That's like their little hangout spot.
Yeah, that's where Abby, that's where their hangout spot was. And whatever, you could see that they're.
I mean,
living
that's
there.
where the
That's in
sex
Seattle.
scene happens.
This is in Seattle, though, right?
Yep, there's a sex scene in the game.
So
I
wait.
skipped
What I'm
that
getting
one.
at is this aquarium in Seattle in the game?
Yes.
Okay. So
Sorry, I got
there may
distracted
be
by
a
the sex scene.
fourth. You guys distracted with this. It's always very distracting. But it sounded like there is a potential for a fourth season then, because it sounds like this is not the
Yeah. So
final
that third
confrontation.
act I told you about, you could really stretch that out, especially if they do. What was it? 7 episodes for this season?
Yeah.
Like if
It's
they're
short.
doing the bare minimum for Abby's story, because there's a lot to flesh out in Abby's story. Like you're gonna get all of her backstory, and you could take 7 episodes and be done with that, and then you could do that whole season where she gets captured and tortured, and Ellie, comes back to find her again. Like you could do it. I just don't want to watch it.
Basically,
Not the way
season
they're
3
going
is going to
with
be
it.
Abby, and then season 4 is going to be them sandwiching it between the both of them.
Yeah, probably.
I'm understanding
Just
something
the,
like that.
that finale.
Yep, in
Yeah.
2035.
Yeah, that's the thing. You cannot be taking this long to make
I-
it either. Like,
Yeah, I
They're
kind
gonna
of feel like
age
I want
out.
to play the games just because the story you were saying actually sounds a lot more interesting. The story
it's
that's
dark, man.
I just watched.
It's so heavy. That game like made me depressed.
The second one
It's
specifically.
way heavier. Yeah, the second one specifically. The first one, yeah, was dark and tough, but the second one was like the choices that you're forced to make. Like we joked about like, yeah, I would kill Abby, but there's something like I didn't want to kill all her friends.
Yeah.
Like I didn't choose to kill every single one of her friends in the game, but okay, well I guess we're doing it.
This is what we're
That was
doing.
the other thing. It's like she let Abby go, but she literally shot the other pregnant girl that's Abby's friend, and it's like,
Which we had. I
Nobody
guess
cares?
it'll be explained in season 3. But yeah, she does that in the episode too. They do show that. So
Yeah, but
and
like
it was just kind of random.
that's not gonna weigh on you. You shot a pregnant woman? No, it's I let Abby go. I'm good to go.
Wait,
I broke it. I broke the cycle.
wait, hold on. Huh? You
There's
murder
another pregnant girl.
You murder all of her friends.
Oh,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
the most part, I mean, I think a couple
All
get away,
of the
but
people who technically didn't kill Abby or didn't kill
Joel.
fucking Joel.
yeah, all those people.
But the person who did kill Joel is the one that you let to go. Like they were there like backing
they're-
her up, but they were like, okay, well, don't hurt her. We're not going to kill her. They were helping them. You know, they were like, they knew that they weren't good people, but they definitely were like, we're here
Had
for one
limitations.
purpose.
Yeah.
No one else
Yeah.
needs to die, and we move on.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it does.
Remember the scene
yeah.
where?
But
The-
all
the
of
scene
them,
where-
but all of them.
They gotta
die.
go.
It's like,
They gotta go.
She's like, no.
I think so. I can't remember. Like
the
I
ones
think
that
all of them
spared
do.
me,
Maybe one of
y'all
them.
gotta go. The one that killed my dad, you can live.
Yeah, I
You
guess
can live.
all those murders really changed my mind. All the murdering really helped me come to the
It's
light.
like you know, you gotta get out of your system. You know, you gotta get your zoomies out, and then you can like start thinking clearly.
Like, how many cats do I need to bury before
It's weird.
I'm satisfied?
My bloodlust is gone. It's very weird that my bloodlust is gone. This is strange to
So
me.
yeah, that like the scene in this season where Ellie kills that girl underground, and it's like red.
Yeah,
Like she turns that red light on, and she almost looks psychotic. In that
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
she looked kind of like like
Why did you say
it was
that
like-
name?
yeah. Martha. It was just that point in the game was done so differently, and it definitely was like, oh, like it marked, like it was all building up to that. In the show, it was like, we're on an adventure, I'm gonna murder you. Like it was just like a switch. Like what the, whoa, hey, when did that? There was no progression towards that.
Oh yeah, because
know?
I remember you telling me in the game she is just freaking teenage angst of death and everyone dies. So getting to that point has a you're right. That did seem kind of like
Right.
aggressive.
And
All
she-
it's like,
yeah.
it's like you had a switch. Like dang, that you just now you're pissed off again. It's like weren't you supposed to be pissed the entire
Yeah.
time? But okay,
Right. Like which one is it? Do you want to be the happy-go-lucky revenge killer? Let's stick with that then.
you just want to break the cycle now and just save us. 6
Yeah.
years of waiting for more episodes. I mean, you want to save
Yeah.
us?
Yeah, that's 6 years. Good gravy. I can't do it. Can't.
well, I will say the reviews for this season have not been great. There's a couple I've seen about around 6. Compared to the first season, which I don't know what the first season was. I have to say the first season around 8 to 10. So
Probably wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be my guess.
there's a lot of people hyping it up. I really enjoyed the first season. This season does not bode well for me for the next season. At the current moment, I'm not sure if I want to watch the next season. So we'll see.
I think it's just if it's gonna come out in 2 years, like it's just everyone's gonna
Buzz is
forget,
gone.
you know?
But I'm gonna
Yeah.
forget. Yeah.
You're
I'm
gonna
This
not-
is
forget
it.
about it so much that you may actually watch it. That's gonna be the issue.
Maybe. Yeah.
You think
maybe.
so? You think that's a
I
tactic?
think so. I don't
Yeah,
think they're doing it on
okay.
purpose, but it's like a palate cleanse to give you 2 years to cleanse the palate. But we're coming back.
Yeah, hey, maybe by then you'll
Hmm.
have played the game, like you're saying, Alan. Like you're actually kind of intrigued. I'm just telling you, it's a heavy. I had to take breaks from that game, and because you're in it, right? Like, and you're often alone as those characters, and yeah, just saying. I don't. Just saying that because I know that's not your type of game.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So-
may. We'll see. I don't know.
Maybe-
I can't
have
go
Skylar
back
play
and
it.
forth. I've thought about it.
Skylar can-
I feel like
For some reason, yeah, he could play whatever. He'll go
yeah,
into
he
hell.
seems to be pretty good
for
at that. That'd actually be a
I
good
still
one for
can't
us,
believe
to be
he played
honest, because we
Silent
did.
Hill.
Yeah, we did it together. It's much easier to
Okay.
play those darker games when you have somebody sitting on the couch with you. It's not as
Yeah.
you're not alone. I love it. So maybe we'll have to check that out. But
So, and here's, I don't
Yeah.
know if you remember this, but when I played that game, I remember talking about this on the podcast. There is a workbench, and I won't spoil where, but there's a workbench in that game that is not safe. And you know when you go into like most games where you're like, oh, I'm doing like customization, I'm in the pause menu, quote unquote. Yeah, that I was actively updating my weapon, and I get tackled by somebody. And I was playing with headphones on because I have my kids and stuff in there, and that was one of those moments I had to take a break. I was like, game? And then for the rest of the game, you're on edge because you're like, I gotta go to this workbench, but am I gonna get tackled? Like, and so you're like quickly like upgrade, and come out. You're like, oh, okay. And so like that kind of adrenaline and anxiety they did that really well in the game, where you're like, I don't have time to just sit here and dawdle, unless I physically pause it. But even then I didn't trust it. It's like, nope, save, come back tomorrow. And I'm not just going to sit here. Yeah. So.
Well, I know you guys haven't finished it, but do you guys have any, I'm assuming you wanted to at least finish the last episode. Try to get a final thought.
Yeah, me?
A lot of silence here. Both of you.
I'll put it on in the background just because you're asking.
I love it. No, that's fine. Do you want? You could give a conclusion, like a conclusive thought now. Besides watching the last episode, are you done? And you're just like, no point in going back.
I was done.
You're done.
I was done 2
Okay.
episodes ago. Yeah.
Wow. So,
Yep.
Third season's not even going to bring you back. Okay.
Let me ask you this: what happened to Jesse in the final episode? Because I like Jesse in the game.
Oh yeah.
He just went back
he
with
got shot.
Dina? Oh, okay. So they didn't even save that, huh? Okay.
Wow, I didn't even. Okay, yeah, because
Yeah,
they do a discussion, and they're like in the theater, and they hear some stuff in the next room because Tommy leaves to let them talk, and then so they go run over there, and then as soon as they open the door, he gets shot, and Tommy's like on the ground. Yep, in the face.
Yeah, shot him right in the face. Yeah, I was so mad at that. Abby or somebody with her crew shoots Jesse right in the face.
It was Abby. At least that's what the way, like with the camera angles. I don't think you actually saw who shot him, but the only other person we saw in the room before it cut out was Abby, who was holding the gun.
And we already know Abby's a cold-blooded murderer, so.
Yeah, we do.
And you still let her go? What is happening here?
No, but remember, this is the
It doesn't
point
matter.
where.
It doesn't matter. You get to the point where you can murder her, and you let her go.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that was another thing. Like, I really like Jesse, and in the game, you talk a lot more because he actually helps you out a couple times, like goes with you to exploring and like backs you up, and he talks about how much he liked Joel and like how much of an inspiration and how much he learned from Joel while you're like doing all this and like sneaking around. And then they just shoot him in the face. You're like, oh, okay, so he's just. You couldn't spare him a little bit longer? No, okay, like he had to die, right, to keep the revenge fuel going, but
Clearly not. Clearly not.
yeah, not enough.
Not enough fuel. Like your baby's daddy's daddy is gone, and you're just like, it's fine. You're good.
Baby's daddy.
All right. What about you, Chris? Are you done too?
And
Yeah, we just spoiled the heck out of it for you.
Yeah, we
too,
did.
so.
I mean,
no, you didn't. Now you just make
it's
me want
still not even that great of an episode, which is the biggest problem. That's the thing.
Oh,
Like I said, the things that happened, but
yeah.
still kind of like a meh episode.
Should have ended with the clicker. Onslaught.
But actually, it fades to black after you see Abby,
Yeah.
and they do like this fake out where I'm assuming is a fake out. Like she points the gun at Ellie and she fires, but it fakes out. It like goes to black, so you don't know what happens. And then it starts off with like Abby sleeping on a couch. You see like the beginning where she walks out into the baseball stadium, which I guess is the like thing. So then it sets up for the next season. But then like I said, I look at my wife and I'm like, we don't really care. Like now we don't care. Like
Yeah.
that's it. Like what you more? Like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, right. Because
You know?
I don't even care about Ellie at this point either.
Yeah,
Who's
yeah.
supposed to be the main
Yeah,
character.
dude, their hiring process for this Ellie.
Well, that and the writing.
yeah,
Like, man, she didn't have a lot to work with. You know,
And
I think there's a lot involved there.
the part that sucks is that character is supposed to hold up the show by themselves. Like Ellie holds
Yeah.
up the game without Joel in the game by themselves. They're supposed to in that fashion. So I understand where Kyle's talking about how they do the whole patrols with Jesse, and they do all the stuff that really build us. Like, okay, so this character's not terrible by themselves, right?
I really thought there was going to be episodes of that. Yeah.
Right, like this character is not terrible by herself, even though we want to be Joel. Like the first game's like all we wanted to do was be him, but like now we're understanding like, okay, this character has some life. There's a bit of Joel in this character, so we feel it. Like, okay, now we're this is Joel 2.0 or 1.5 or whatever it is, but let's freaking do it.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
get that. So when you're saying all those things about the game, you're like Alan's saying, it's like, where did that go? Like that would make the show so much better, like so much better. That's why the birthday episode was so good, because you're like, oh, right, that was her fucking dad. Like that was her dude. That was her
Yeah.
guy. Like this guy did all kinds of things in this post-apocalyptic world to make her feel like nothing else mattered but you and me. Like this is our world. We're gonna make the best of it together. And he did that. And then this crazy person, quote unquote crazy person, just rips him away from you. Yeah, I want to rip your head off. Like I want to rip your freaking head off from your spine. Like I want to do it. And then your baby's daddy's daddy gets shot in the face on the way. Like, so other things are happening where I can tell where you're talking about the rage fuel just keeps building. And you're like, okay, and then you're
Right.
like, okay, now you got to play this Abby person. You're like, absolutely, I don't want to play this person. And then when you finally get your hands on her and they're like, do you choose to kill her? Everyone's like, absolutely, we're killing her. And they're like, we got to take that option out, because you're right. Like you get to that point, you're like, absolutely, I want to bury this person. Like, can I do it again? Can I bring her back so I can just put her down again? Like, I don't even want to save it. I want to go back, revert to last save just so I could do it again. Like that's the feeling you want when you touch that character. But for her to be like, I'm good, I'm out.
Yeah.
Have a good life. Enjoy. I don't know, beating me again, I guess. Like I'm 0 for 3 against you. I'm 0 for 3 against you, so might as well just walk away from this.
Enjoy weightlifting again.
Yeah,
I guess,
I don't know. And you're welcome for saving your life, I guess. Whatever. Oh God, that.
I mean, that to me, like that whole message of the show was like none are righteous, right? Like no one's good, no one's gonna make the right choice. And even though that technically at the end was the right choice, it's like you made an insane amount of bad choices up to this point. So like none are righteous, and I kind of agreed with that, right? Like there's my beliefs and everything, like that none of us are good. But yeah, it just kind of contradicted itself too with that ending. It's like, yeah.
If you told me there was a few parts where you're letting go some of her people, right? She's realizing like that person didn't really play a part in it, so I'm gonna let you go. And I could see that. But if you're just freaking ripping through her crew to get to her, and then you get to her and you're like, you're fine. Like, nah.
Yeah. And so, yeah, they're really gonna have to stick that landing. They're gonna have to make it worthwhile in the show, and they have the chance to, because it almost felt a little rushed in the game, where like, oh, we need to wrap this up. I don't know, maybe the budget was running out, but that last act felt a little rushed and didn't make sense. But yeah, I'll say one thing though, I did like the guitar parts in the game, and they were okay. I think there's at least 2 I saw in the show. I felt like that was one too many. We just needed the one. I get the point. You miss Joel. You have a connection with Joel through the guitar, and we don't need to do it again. But yeah, I thought that first song, well, not the first one. The second one she did was better. I forget. Anyways, that was really well done in the game, and you actually get to play and stuff.
little Guitar Hero in the game. That.
A little bit, yeah, a little dumbed down Guitar Hero. Where your camera's tracing you.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Alan, did you have a final? I mean, I guess you gave your final thought, but
That's
score?
yeah. I've already done my final thought. Yeah, not really excited for season 3. I am interested in playing the games, but only because of what you've told me and other people have told me. Season 1 was really good, and it's disappointing to see season 2 not be as exciting. And what I did want to say about what you said about the writing, and I agree the writing's not great. Like, it could be better, but I will say, like, when we had the birthday cake scene, you know, Pedro Pascal, even with the like maybe mediocre writing, if it was mediocre, he still nailed every time he was on the screen.
yeah,
He nailed it. Like, so he's definitely got
He's a good
those. He's
actor.
got the chops. He's got the chops
why-
that he can carry a scene. That's why he's everywhere right now. There's a reason.
yeah. That's why I'm hopeful for Fantastic Four this summer.
Yeah.
And
I was gonna say that earlier. That was basically the reasoning for
Uh-huh.
why they had to kill him off so fast. Was they had to get rid of him so fast because scheduling issues. Because he was working on Fantastic Four and Mandalorian at the same time.
I mean,
So his scheduling
it
conflicts
ties
were
in.
off.
It ties in with the game. Like, he does
Yeah.
get 9 iron right off the bat, so
So
or right off the tee, I should say.
that's really the last of it. I don't know if I'm gonna watch this next season, but maybe
That's
maybe Chris is right.
the last of it.
Yeah, it's last of it for me right now. Might be morbidly curious. I don't know.
2 in a row.
Yeah.
End it. What is that? Oh, 2 bad dad jokes in a row.
All right.
That's my life right now.
Well, if anybody else, if we don't have anything else, we can move on. I think we talked about it quite a bit.
We did.
And yeah, we're it. So what about your game? What about the next thing, Kyle? Why don't you do us some of that?
All right, so Game Pass. When we played Baldur's Gate a couple weeks ago on stream, I used some Microsoft points to get Game Pass, but I was a cheapskate and I got Game Pass Core, which is a very limited amount of games, but it's $5 less. I had the points, I just didn't want to use them. I should have got Game Pass Ultimate, which is the $20 package. Because they have Expedition 33 on Game Pass right now, which is impossible to find a physical copy of, like we were talking about earlier.
Really? I didn't.
But
I
I
know you
don't
said,
have Game Pass Ultimate. So
I thought that was just the premium edition. Is it all of them that's hard to find?
yeah, all of them. They're all sold out.
Straight
The-
up.
Just the
It's just, okay.
the base game is going for like $80-$90 on eBay right now.
All right.
And it's a $50 game. It's brand
Yeah.
like, it's supposed to be $50, right?
Uh-huh.
It's a quote unquote indie game. Game of the year contender probably.
Yeah. Hey.
Anyways,
Love it when an indie game runs in. I mean, look at Baldur's Gate. But continue.
yeah, I agree. I'm excited to play it. I hope it's not like overhyped at this point for me, but we'll see.
I'm concerned about
You
that
know.
too. I've had
Yeah,
friends
like,
message me
games,
that I hadn't
right?
talked to in a couple of weeks, like just to talk to me about Expedition 33. Like, you should play this.
Claire Obscure. Yeah. What'd you say,
Yeah.
Chris?
It's the story, not necessarily the gameplay. The gameplay is nothing to write home about, but it's the story.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
The
okay.
story is. I heard a synopsis of it. It does sound really cool,
Yeah.
and it lends itself to sequels. Depending, I don't know how it ends, but I thought I did look at gameplay. I like the turn-based aspect of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
turn-based
it's like
strategy
nothing-
game.
Yeah, but it's like nothing. You know how like you get an old style with like a new kind of twist to it. There's really nothing to it that's like wow, like that. They
Sure.
really changed that up. Just kind of like how Final Fantasy changed up turn-based for a little bit. You're like, oh, that's a different new genre.
I
That
kind of
same
wish they
genre,
did
but
it though.
the new little pepper to it, but I don't think there's anything to Expedition gameplay at its core that really is like, wow, that's a really cool mechanic that they added to some, to
So
Right. I think
it's just done well. Then it's just not like
Correct.
Yeah.
doesn't do anything special, but it does it good. It does the turn-based
correct.
strategy
with the
game.
cool
Okay.
story, which is like
They're really
it
good.
kind of feels like the Final Fantasy that I've been wanting in the modern era, because I like turn-based RPGs.
I
and-
do too. Yeah, they've been growing on me, especially the older I get. For some reason, they grow on me more.
Yeah.
And this one gives you more of a what is it called, interactive. Like you can do more things. Like in the fight, you can parry and block. So it's not just like
I
they
heard.
do the-
Yeah.
So it's you're doing the actual timing for the parry. and
Ah,
block and
yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like that. It's not
As
just
I like to
your
call it,
character's
Mario
stats.
Partying, or
Correct.
Paper Marioing.
Yes.
Yeah.
yes,
Paper
it's
Mario. Yeah.
Yes, it's exactly that's what I mean. Like it's nothing new, but it just gave you the option. So it's not just turn based, but I forgot Paper Mario does that. Yes, it's the exact same thing as Paper Mario. If
Yeah,
you do it
it
right,
does.
you can time every hit in the game perfectly and not necessarily take away all the damage, but severely reduce all damage incoming because you learned the pattern and things like that. So yes, it does
Yeah.
do that. I forgot
Awesome.
Paper Mario does that. Thank you. I was like, I've seen that before. I've seen that. That's why I was
Yeah.
like, it doesn't do anything new. It's that you just don't see it very often. And then Paper Mario was not necessarily an obscure game, but not everybody put their hands on it. And it's like, wow, that's so cool. It's like, no, that's not the first turn-based game to do it. Like you're right, Paper Mario did that exact same thing. That is correct.
Yeah,
Technically-
Infinity and Like a Dragons do it too. The new ones.
Yeah, they do it well too.
But they don't have the
that's a
they don't
wacky
have like
story.
the grid or anything. They just have it's just like a little arena.
And that story is just wacky.
Yeah, great.
Wacky.
I
fun.
still haven't finished
It
Infinite
is
Wealth
good.
because I got stuck back on Boulder Gate, but that's not what we're talking about.
Nice.
No,
Oh,
but anyways, so
didn't
Game
finish
Pass.
it. Okay. All right.
No,
so
I
Game
need
Pass.
to.
So I get extra points. So I'm trying to get enough points to get the ultimate once this month is up. So the more games you play or even try, the more points you get. So I've been playing Gears 5. I'm going to call it Gears of War. Gears of War 5. I'm just getting through that. That game's, I like the combat in that game. I might even try the multiplayer when it comes to PlayStation. We'll see. This one, what is it? The Descenders? The mountain biking game. I think. you
Oh
played
yeah,
that one.
Descenders. Yeah, it's
That
really
game. That game is such a, I don't know how you do it, like cozy, but it's just fun,
good.
right?
Yeah, just a blast. Yeah,
Yeah, just chill, just as fast as you possibly can down a hill.
it's got
And then
chill
maybe do
tunes
backflip.
too. Yeah, you could just like listen to the music while you're doing. I
Yes.
don't know. It's just it's a whole experience. It's great.
Yeah, I could play it with the kids around. It's fun. I'll pop that on just once in a while. So the next one I played was Superliminal. I don't know if you've heard of this one, but it's all about like angles. Like you pick up objects and then you like, you change perception of it, and now it's like 5 times as big as it was, and you have to manipulate objects in the world to make them fit into smaller holes or vice versa. And I have no idea what's happening in that game, but I played it and it's a trip. It's kind of like Stanley Parable, if you've ever played that, or Portal. If you played Portal, it's kind of has that vibe.
Yeah.
Like what the hell is going on? Vibes. It's fine. I'm probably not going to play it again. I played Tunic, which is really fun.
Oh, that's that Fox Zelda game. Cool.
Yeah. Yep. You find the manual as you go through the game, in the game, and you start learning the language and piecing how to do things together, and you're like, oh, I found this thing that shows me how to charge my sword or whatever. Really love it. I got stuck though, and I didn't want to look up a guide for it, so I'll probably get stuck. Slay the Spire. Yeah, skill. It is. I will admit. Slay the Spire. I never played that card game. Really fun. Man, that's addicting. Didn't know I liked card games as much as I did. Slay the Spire. Very fun. We'll probably play that again. Psychonauts 2. I have almost finished that game. I forgot, and now it's back on. Now I'm back on Game Pass. I'm probably gonna finish it. That's fun. It's not the best platformer as far as mechanics, but it's a fun little story. Crash Team Racing. That game is no Mario Kart. I'll just say that.
Oh my god, CTR is amazing. Stop it.
It's good, but it's no Mario Kart, and it's
better.
I'm just used to playing Mario Kart. But I beat the whole first world and the boss and everything. I was like, yeah, that's probably good. I got some achievements. All right, and here's the final one that I played that I really surprisingly loved was SnowRunner, which is you just literally driving ice trucks in the mountains at like realistic speeds, and you're literally shifting and picking up supplies to build bridges, and you're going at like 15-20 miles an hour. And I played that game for several hours before I was like, oh shoot, I've been playing for like 3 hours. I'm just cruising on the ice roads. I'm a man. I'm a trucker.
That's what I was thinking. I'm a man. You see how I drove on that thin piece of ice without? You see that?
Yeah. Yeah.
People in the village are saved thanks to me. I brought the goods.
The bridge is fixed.
Rest easy. Help is on the way.
Yeah. No need to thank me now.
Just tips that.
Yeah, exactly.
Just talking to yourself in the living room. Sis is like, what is going on in there?
I even thought about getting the steering wheel to do first person mode and just.
You have to.
Yeah, that would be the ultimate.
We'll get the knob on the wheel.
Yeah. I know. I see those on like TikTok.
Gotta get the horn too, right?
Really cool.
Yeah.
And then I see they also have like the Microsoft Pilot Simulator too.
Yeah, that looked cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's on Game Pass still, but it's probably on Ultimate if it is. They should call the core Game Pass subscription the bare bones, because that's I think I played like half the games available. Yeah. There's plenty of games there, right? Like, if I were to play through those games, that would take me way more than a month. But I want the good stuff. Give me the Expedition 33 and stuff. So it's like a drug. Whoa. So that's been my game or my month of games.
All right.
I'm blessed. It's pretty fun.
Yeah. Well, I think it's getting late, so I think it's time to call it for this one. We actually talked about Last of Us quite a bit. I wasn't expecting us to dig that deep. Lots of complaints.
Yep.
Wow. Criticism.
But it sounds like Game Pass is pretty fun.
Constructive.
There's a lot of cool games.
Sure.
So good and
bad. Game Pass. It's coming to PlayStation, right? Any day now.
Probably. I'm waiting. It'll be here eventually. I feel like it's going to.
Or what was the other one we talked about? Steam on Xbox.
Yeah.
Right? There was rumors about it. We haven't any confirmations yet. But there's rumors that the next Xbox console may have Steam and Epic Play Store available alongside the Xbox Store, Microsoft Store.
My uncle works at Microsoft, and he told me.
Oh, he told you? Okay.
It's happening.
You heard it here.
So I think I'm getting close to the age where I don't even think I could say that, even as a joke. It might have to be my cousin.
Cousin makes more sense.
My cousin works there. My uncles are starting to retire. Anyways, just want to throw how old I am out there.
Oh boy.
Old enough.
All right.
Huh?
Well, thanks for joining us.
You're old. Yeah.
And we'll see you guys next time. And Nerd BS.
Nerd BS.